Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Bud, and thank you for tuning in to Living Life on the R5. Hey, today we're tackling a project that all Jeep owners have dreamed of. You know, creating a DIY roof removal system and storage in their garage to keep it safe when it's off. Let's face it, the Jeep life is all about enjoying the open air, but removing that roof can sometimes be a real challenge for some of us. So today we're gonna make it real simple and affordable. Come on guys, let's get it done. Living life on the R5. Hello, JJ. Stick around to the end of the video because we're also going to show you how to safely store your roof in your garage without taking up much space at all. Let's get started, guys. You'll be setting up a 3-point pulley system that'll evenly pull the roof up. I have 3 points here. One on the left, right, and the center for the glass. Just make sure you first identify where the pulleys are going to go, measuring on your roof of your Jeep. Once you identify those spots, use your stud finder to find the studs that are up there because they're going to be the weight-bearing part of this project. So make sure you tap directly into the stud into your roof and use a stud finder if you need to. They're going to be holding the weight of this Jeep roof. Once you've marked your spots, drill your pilot holes, make sure you are in your studs, and then install your eye bolts. I use 2x4s here because I wanted just to attach it in a different way. I wanted a little extra strength, so I put a 2x4 over where my stud is, and I lagged in 2 spots, and then I ran my eye bolt in. I just felt like it was a better setup for me. Next, you'll attach your pulleys and your eye bolts. We're gonna use pulleys that are rated for 100 pounds each. And I have 4 of those up there. That's more than enough for the roof of the Jeep. And then feed your rope through the pulleys and create a smooth path for the lift. On our setup, you have the left and right, and then I have carabiners here to hook into the ratchet straps when they run through. You see I have the rope going through the pulleys and then they come back, and then my one that runs through the back glass is right here. That one holds the straps that come through the roof and then hook onto the ones in the front. Then all 3 of my ropes then combine. I put this little section here where all my ropes would come in, be connected into one spot, and then run back to my final pulley that's here. All my ropes are tied into that one O-ring right there, and then into that pulley. And then that, you could probably get away with just running it straight back if you wanted to. I just didn't have the garage space, so I had to actually angle right with my my winch set up. So mine's mounted right there against the wall. And man, it cranks up nice and easy. Let's start by getting this top off. I'm gonna take the front off. You know, they're real quick. I'll put you in the cab, you can see what's going on there. And then we'll hook up this harness system and take the major top off. I have my sunscreen on right here on this side, so you can't really see the latches, but you got the front latch and you got 3 latches on each top. I just lay my tops right here on the top of my rear. To get the main top off, I'm gonna use a supplied Jeep kit that came in my vehicle, and there should be 8 bolts. I've changed most of my bolts out for the quick hand bolts, got them on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. But using the ratchet and the provide fitting, let's take those bolts off real quick. Your Jeep has 2 bolts up here in the front on the top. This is what they look like, is on the driver's side and one's on the passenger side. They're both in the same location. Back seat, you have a bolt that's hidden right here behind this little fitting. This is what's going to control your defroster on your back glass. To remove it, I put my finger right behind the plastic housing and I'm going to push straight out towards my seat. There's a little clip and I'm pulled back. So after I get it out, here's the clips that are in it. Make sure not to break them. A lot of people do. To remove this, it has a little red tab. Pull the tab backwards. Once the tab's back, it has a push button. Push the push button and remove the plug. Now, the plug is going to tuck away nicely in a little plastic housing that's here. The instructions say to use your Jeep key. Flip out the key, Stick it in below this little panel, twist and turn, it'll free up this guy and take it out. You tuck this wire now in here. You should be able to return this back into the position. So it keeps the wire covered up and stowed out of the way nicely. All right, there it is. Now, this bolt, same bolt pattern, nut head, as the one that's used to take off the front too. The twist bolts that I was talking about I got on Amazon are these guys right here. They're not bad. They just loosen by hand. You can put ratchet straps on them if you needed to tie something down, but I don't know why you would. But I just got them so I didn't have to use the wrench back here in so many spots. But they're not bad. I was able to get, I think it come in a pack of 6, and I was able to get 5 back here. I just can't put the other one in because of that little housing. This doesn't fit in the housing. So, but this is what they look like. They have a little rubber grommet on them, and that's it right there. I'll put the link in the description below. I'm gonna take the rest of these off, and then we'll show you how to get this top off. What I use to lift the back section up is straps. I'm gonna run straps through the back window, up through the front, and they're gonna connect at the front of this hardtop. But to protect the seal and my glass, I use a pool noodle, man. I cut it the right length of this window seal, and I just pop it in there, and that way the straps sit on this, and you can see the pressure indents from when it hangs on the roof. So you might want to get a better noodle. This is an actual insulation wrap from Home Depot. It costs like maybe $2 for the whole strip of it. I think it's like 7 foot or 6 foot. Anyway, you can just cut down 12 inches of it or so. Once I have that in place, I take my straps, run them inside. I have the sunscreen, so what I do is I go up and over my speaker system with my strap end. I've disconnected the ratcheting part, so I just wanted this hook, and I wanted the end of the strap to tie off onto something. So I run this up and over my speaker. There's a wider spot right here where you can actually get your hand up and in, and you can guide that guy up there. Pretty good distance. The reason I was sliding that up over my speaker is so that when I come up here in the front, I'm actually going to run this strap through this little eyelet here where our Freedom top actually snaps into this. So I just lift up, and my strap should be sitting right in there, right here. I just go ahead and pull it out through here. I have these hooks. It's hooked into place. It's ready to go. Let's go do the other side. Hopefully y'all can see this one a little bit better. I just lift up like this, reach in, find my strap. I have a reference point. It's right here where this strap's doubled over and connects and sewed in. That's where I like for it to sit on both sides right here in this little notch. And I just hook that on, and it's getting ready to be ratcheted up. The back is already connected to those straps. I'll show you that real quick. So the back's connected to the tied on part of the straps. I have that also on a carabiner, and those straps then run in through the window, up and over the speakers, and to the front. All right, guys, moment of truth. We're gonna slowly start lifting the roof using our winch. Whether you're using a manual or electric winch, make sure you go slow and steady. Keep an eye on all the corners and ensure the roof is lifting evenly. Hey, look at that. Success. The roof is coming off smoothly. Now let's keep lifting until the roof is clear of the Jeep. The roof came off nice and flat, and pretty easy off the Jeep. Don't make the same mistake I did whenever you do measure for your roof alignment. And I made sure that everything lined up here as far as my eye bolts, but I didn't take into consideration that my pulleys would automatically lean backwards as the weight started pulling up. And so as they get tension from the rope, the pulleys go backwards, and it caused everything to kind of shift back. So there's probably 3 inches of alignment adjustment that you need to make once you hang that pulley on your eyelet, unless you just go straight through your eyelet. But I wanted to use a pulley so it had a wheel, and it didn't cause a lot of friction on my rope line there. But you can do what's best for you. Cable, rope. I used a 500-pound rope. I got that also at Home Depot, fairly cheap. I think it's Anchor line. With the roof off, you have two storage options. You can either leave it suspended like I have it, or you can build yourself a storage system somewhere in your garage if you have the height to do so. I personally don't, and so this storage option is great for me because it keeps it up off the floor. I don't have to create anything extra on my garage, and it's out of the way. I mean, I can walk underneath it. I'm 6'2", and I could raise it up a little bit more if I needed to, but I mean, I can move my head underneath. So it's got plenty of space. It's safe right where it's at. You can pull your vehicle in and out. I got a 2-inch lift on my Jeep. So if you had a taller Jeep, you might, but heck, I would say you might hit it, but I mean, I still have probably another 6 or 7 inches in the front I could pull forward. And there you have it, guys, a DIY Jeep roof removal setup that's safe to store in your garage. Now all that's left to do is load up your favorite furry friends, pop that top off, and go enjoy the breeze. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Living Life on the R5. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that button, the subscribe for more DIY Jeep Informed content. Hey, comment below if you got any questions or tips for fellow Jeep owners. Until next time, guys, keep living life on the R5.